Welcome to Testing the Rock, where we test the spirit of everything from culture, religion to politics. So I had an interesting conversation with an exterminator. And I asked him, "How do you get rid of your bugs? What do you do?" And he said, first, he contains them, keeping them in a certain amount of area, making sure they don't go all over the place because it'd be hard to track them.
HOLC created residential security maps, and these maps, they're where the term redlining comes from. Green meant best area, best people, aka businessmen. Blue meant good people, like white-collar families. Yellow meant a declining area with working-class families. And red meant detrimental influences, hazardous, like foreign-born people, low-class whites, and most significantly, Negroes.
And then he says he cleans out the infested areas, to limit their food supply.
38th and Midhofer on Indianapolis's Far East Side. It's where John Marshall High School sits. It's also where 85,000 Indianapolis residents live, within just a 3-mile radius. 3 miles where you can't find a single grocery store anywhere.
To get a visual for people to imagine Bloomington, Indiana without a grocery store, it would never exist.
But 20% of Indianapolis residents live in an area like this, known as a food desert, with access to fresh food more than a mile away and hard to get to.
Then he places baits within the borders that he created for them and taints the water supply. They'll eat it and then take some of it back to the nest with them.
And fast food corporations spend millions on research to make sure you like the taste. But as we all know, stopping at your favorite drive-thru comes with a health downside if you do it too often, because you're sacrificing quality and nutrition in favor of speed and efficiency. Digestive and bowel issues. High sodium, low fiber foods can trigger bloating and back up your digestive tract. This in turn can cause constipation and diarrhea in the short term and bowel disorders like diverticulitis in the long term. Mood, memory, and energy issues. Fast food lacks the vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients your body needs to boost your mood. Neurologists also suspect saturated and trans fats tell your body to make plaques in the brain, eventually contributing to dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Skin outbreaks. The sugar in so many fast foods can lower collagen levels and lead to signs of early aging, like wrinkles. Salt pulls moisture out of your skin while helping your body retain water that causes bags under your eyes. A lot of saturated fats also appear to trigger hormones that contribute to
Not
acne.
so fast, says Dr. Paul Connett. He wrote a book called The Case Against Fluoride that pretty much tells us what we need to know about how he feels.
There's not one biological process in the body that requires fluoride, but there are many processes which are damaged by fluoride.
He's been studying the effects of fluoridated water for the past 16 years and says we're going about it the wrong way.
Systemically, if you swallow fluoride, then the fluoride will damage the growing teeth and cause this condition called dental fluorosis. It's an indicator of damage to the teeth. If you brush it on the surface of the teeth, you can harden the enamel, make it more resistant to acid attack.
And then he strategically introduces poisons and traps in the most high trafficked areas for the bugs, making sure that it doesn't come in contact with the family's pet or other family members. And he said if need be, he would spray them, the stubborn ones. He would spray them. What I found interesting, once exposed to the toxins, the infestation would exhibit traits of psychosis and an insatiable urge to reproduce. So they go crazy. They go nuts. And then they try to repopulate as much as they can. He says it's okay because he'll systematically place contingencies all around the nests to destroy them before they hatch. He says he knows when the end is near when they start feeding on one another.
That's right, a protein made from human cells that promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors. I'm Greg Wallace, and I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whopping 6 tons of human meat is engineered every day. That is stunning! With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may well be the meaty miracle we need to ease the...
And when all else fails, they'll set off bombs all everywhere and hide out until the smoke clears.
They say that I want America to fight wars for Israel. Nope. First of all, Israel can take care of herself. If Israel is forced to the wall, the possibility of nuclear exchange is extremely high. That is why it is very important that the United States provide the material aid to Israel.
Very interesting, right? I would hate to live something similar to that.